Hello everyone, I'm here with Mr. Nikoloff, the headmaster of the American School in Switzerland. So Mr. Nikoloff, can you please introduce yourself a little bit?
My name is Christopher Nikoloff, and as Sophie said, I'm the headmaster here at the American School in Switzerland, TASIS, in Montagnola. And I'm completing my 7th year here at TASIS.
And what is your favorite part about working here at TASIS?
I have to go with the community, the people first. It's a really wonderful and warm community, and of course, we're in a beautiful place as well. Beauty, I would say, comes to mind.
Absolutely. I mean, talking about a community, we have students from all over the world. So many international people are here. So, for example, I created a Shakespeare club, and in this Shakespeare club, we want to film a modern adaptation of one of William Shakespeare's work, Romeo and Juliet. And so many students here at TASIS, I don't know if you know, you probably do, initiated their own clubs. So how do you feel about the fact that there's so many areas of interest that are being developed, and especially those clubs are being initiated by students, like they're not forced to create those clubs? How do you feel about that?
Oh, that really lifts my heart. It's one of my favorite links on the high school daily bulletin is the student clubs that are on offer. And when you click it, you see the variety of topics, and I do love that they're initiated by students and their own curiosity to engage in those topics. I want to join a few of them.
Does TASIS have its own unique way of teaching?
I would say, well, you touched upon it. We try to have the center of learning come from the student. We want the students to enjoy the process of learning, enjoy school, and have those connections with teachers and the subject matter, and so that they are ultimately driving their own learning.
And as a headmaster, how do you see TASIS evolving through the years? What do you think is the future for TASIS?
Yeah, the TASIS, really in terms of looking to the future, we want to really just stay true to our mission, stay true to our values and why we're here, and continue to get better at delivering those values. We feel they're timeless and will serve our students and hopefully humanity in the years and decades to come.
Well, as a TASIS student, I personally think that leadership is one of the values that is most emphasized here at TASIS. I mean, students are encouraged to speak up, they're encouraged to start things, to start leading events, to start leading clubs. So you, who basically are a strong leader, what do you think are your strengths?
Well, I see that leadership in the students, which they're forming, as you say, forming clubs and leading roles in plays and trips to Model UN, like you just returned from, and so. But I would say that the ability to listen and understand complex situations from a variety of viewpoints is really, really important in leadership, and important in a setting like TASIS with an international community and so many different viewpoints. The ability to take in complexity is very useful and helpful, and I see that ability growing and developing and in use really among our students and community here.
Yeah. Well, talking about complex situations, do you remember any time that you made an unpopular decision among students, and what was the reaction? How did you handle that kind of negative reaction?
Yes. In leadership, you make unpopular decisions sometimes weekly, so more often than you could think, but having that ability to be able to see something from all sides, and if you can anticipate where people may disagree with your decision, if you could see how they see it, and really understand, even though you disagree, it will at least help the communication and the dialogue. So I think that ability to the ability to digest complexity helps even when you're making an unpopular decision.
Yeah. So talking about now the students that are about to graduate, because May is coming soon, graduation is coming soon, do you remember any particular class of graduates that really struck you? Or maybe a student like maybe you learned from a student and that student really struck you with their values and with their own way of thinking.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to sound cliche, but every class is wonderful in its own unique way, and it's really true, as with every student. But yes, I am struck really almost on a weekly basis by what the little acts all the time of and a lot of times to me it has to do with either intellectual or moral courage. I might have a student who will stop after class and ask that extra question just because they're curious. Or just a few weeks ago, I was walking across campus carrying a tray, and a student stopped everything he was doing just to insist on helping me with things. So it's little acts like that, of course, and some very, very big acts as well. I often just look at our students and marvel and say, and we can learn as much from our students as they're learning from us.
So as we know, TASIS is a very privileged school with high academics. And for the viewers that don't really know TASIS, as I do, because I'm a student here, and the community here is just amazing, and the teachers are just so welcoming, and everything is it just makes you feel welcome and at home. But obviously some people might have some stereotypes about those kind of schools, about those kind of boarding schools in Switzerland. So how would you feel about those stereotypes?
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt that we're very fortunate to be part of this community, and the question is, what do you do with the opportunity? What do you do with the opportunity and the ability to be here? And I see our students really digging in and trying to give back, trying to make a positive difference in the world. So we are very fortunate to have this opportunity to be a part of such a beautiful campus and have these resources in front of us. But then, are they making us better people? And are we turning around and making a positive contribution in the world? That's what I see. Things like what you were doing. And so to me, that would break through any of the possible stereotypes that exist.
No, especially I think it's important to point out the fact that, for example, I'm going this year to a GSP to Zambia, and we're going to help little kids with their studies, with schools, and just helping this one community that we're going to be visiting. So I think it is important to say that. And also Mr. Nikoloff usually leads weekly seminars, like once a year for each grade, about ethics and about different topics about that. So can you talk more about that, please?
Well, I want every student at TASIS to graduate with at least a foundation or an introduction to philosophical thinking, because I think that the ability to reflect and understand basic philosophical concepts helps in all subjects, and it helps in life. So I do these three seminars, one in grade 9, 10, and 11, on different philosophical topics. I love it, and it's a great way to connect with the students, and hopefully helps them think a little bit beyond themselves and about bigger topics in life.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Nikoloff, for answering my questions, and I hope this was useful to all our viewers. And thank you so much for watching, and bye.